thank you so much for joining me today. So in today's video, we are combining 3 videos into one. This is going to be my No Pan Left Behind video for my eyeshadow palettes and my face palettes, and it's also going to be an update on my Pan That Face palette. So let's start with Pan That Face palette. Pan That Face palette is just like what it says. I've been working on cream blonde palette, and then I've been working on a cream blush palette. If you saw last month's update, you know I finished that sleek bronzer palette, and that is left just my blush palette. So this is the blush melts from Makeup Revolution. I did finally depot them because that packaging was broke and was a hot mess. So I'm working on this top row right here. I've hit pan in these two, and my goal is to hit pan in these two. So I'm just trying to hit pan. This is gonna roll over in January of 2022 into my This Is Fantasy, and I'll work on them until October. We'll see how far I get. My next goal is gonna have pan in all of them. So we'll deal with that soon. But I honestly think I'm gonna hit pan in this one really soon. You may know that I spent most of September and most of October without any makeup. I had a hand surgery, then I had some kind of allergic reaction on my face, and then a couple of weeks ago I had that issue with the Sigma collection that caused irritation on my eyeballs. So I haven't really been wearing much makeup. If I had been, I have no doubt that this would have some juicy loosey panule, like Steph would say. So yeah, so these are some cream highlights from Shop Miss A that I'm trying to get some use out of. But yeah, I honestly think I will really have pan in this one. This one's not quite as deep. This is way pink. I know you can't tell it because I've been mixing it. So I've been mixing this one with this one, or this one with this one, because those both seem a little bit more neutral. So yeah, so that is Pan That Face palette. Yay. So No Pan Left Behind is something I found on Instagram. I've never been able to find out who the actual creator is, but starting in January, I've been using every single eyeshadow pan in my collection. So I've been working my way through all of my palettes. I still haven't done it yet. I'm not going to make it through all of them, but I've made it through a lot of them. And what I've done is I've just made sure that I've hit or touch, I always say hit, touch and use every single eyeshadow pan in every single palette. And then I put them in this basket. That's what this basket is. And then I come to you and I talk about whether it's good, whether it's not good, if I'm going to keep it, or if I'm going to either send it to Project Beauty Share as a declutter, or if it needs to go in the trash, if it's like if the formula is bad, or if I had it too long. So it's a way for me to literally get through all of my eyeshadow palettes, make sure I like the formula. If it's one that I have questions about, then I will put it aside and use it again. But almost always I can tell within the first or couple of shadows if this is going to be a palette that I want to keep. So yeah, so I will leave that playlist link down below. I will try to also remember to put it in the Eye in the Sky. I'll put both of the playlists in the Eye in the Sky if I can remember, and on the Inslate. So yeah, so normally I would pull out my phone and I would use a random wheel generator to pick my palettes, but what I thought I would do this time is use some palettes that I said that I love for fall, and I'll probably do that this month and then the next month as well. So we're going to start with the newest one in my collection, and that's this. This is It's the Mood palette from Colourpop. This is, there's not the latest one that is basically this one, or the So Jaded palette, and this one is almost also the So Jaded palette, but this is the second newest one that they released, and I love this. I just think all of these deep jewel tones are perfect for the fall time. So I've actually done a look using this row. Unfortunately, I had to end up wiping it off because my face looked a hot mess. I think I talked about that in whatever last video that was. I don't remember what that was. But anyway, it might have been 50 Shades of Purple. I don't remember. Anyway, so I know this roll is really, really good. So I'm going to go ahead and focus on these 5 rows right here. And I don't know if I'll play with the glitters. It'll really just depend on how my eyeballs are feeling at the time. But yeah, I'm really excited to dip more into this. The next one is probably one of the older palettes in my collection, and this is the Milani Pure Passion. This is also a beautiful, this is a warm tone lover's dream. So in my last video, I was definitely in warm tones, and sometimes I like warm tones and sometimes I don't. I think, I feel like I'm basically neutral, so I look pretty good in either cool or warm tones. So I'm really excited to get some use out of this palette. And again, I'll decide if it's gonna stay or if it's gonna go, but I have a feeling it's gonna stay. I wanna say that I've already used this, but I honestly don't remember. The next one is one I definitely haven't used, and that's this. This is the chilled, Forever Flawless Chilled with Cannabis Sativa Oil. This is a beautiful kind of grunge, more cool tone grungy, because you've got these cool tone greens that have a bit of gray in them. They're very much a spruce. So you got a cool tone dark brown, you've got a cool tone light brown, you've got these cool tone mauves. This gold is also a bit more cool tone. It's not so yellow. So Steph Lyons has she raved about this palette, and the looks she did were absolutely beautiful. So I'm excited to play with this and wear more green shadow, because I really love how I look in greens. Yes. And last but not least, speaking of greens, this is the Glamlight Veggie Pizza Palette. Veggie Lovers Pizza. And this, while this one is a bit more cool tone, this one you get a bit more of the yellow in the green. This one is still kind of cool tone, but you get a warmer, and you get some of these warmer golds, got a mustard. So I think these are gonna be really fun to play with. And it gives me, I probably should have all of them done by the next time I see you guys, but if not, then we'll just keep on moving. So those are the eyeshadow palettes. You'll have to let me know in the comments down below if you have any of these, if you've tried any of these, if you love any of them. I'd love to know. For face palettes, I'm bringing in one blush palette, one kind of highlighter palette, and one kind of bronzer palette. So this is the Morphe blush palette in 8C. So this is a bit more cool toned, but you can see how deep and gorgeous these blushes go. Oh my word. So this is, these two blushes are the reason why I bought this palette, because I just love this deep tone berry. Yes, I know that I am the color of pale chicken, as Teresa likes to say from Teresa is Dead, but I just think these are so beautiful. They're just so beautiful. A couple of these are, they do have shimmer. They remind me of the Cotton Candy blush palette from Beauty. Oh, that's a bronzer for sure. From Beauty Bakery. Aren't those just so pretty? Do I not have a towel out? Who am I? So Morphe is not a company that I support. I had bought their mascara, and I'm pretty sure I decluttered it. And I think I have their concealer. I probably need to declutter it. It's way too light. It's not going to work for me anyway. But I want to play around with this and see if I like the formula. If I do, I'll go ahead and keep it, because I've already spent my money on it. But if I don't, then this will definitely get donated to Project Beauty Share. So for my kind of blush highlighter palette, I'm bringing in this. This is the Blushing in Bali from BH Cosmetics. You can see it has some more kind of warm tones. This is a bit, yeah, I would say this may be a bit more cooler, but it's still a warmer tone peach. And then you've got two highlighters and then a bronzer on me. So, and I love a glowy bronzer. I'll just swatch you guys can even see them. So they're really, really pretty. BH Cosmetics has really stepped up their game when it comes to their face products as well as their eyeshadows, but definitely worth looking into. I still have one of their highlighter palettes that was like, they still make it, I think, but I've probably had it 5 or 6 years, and the formula is gorgeous. Okay, anyway, last but not least, this is the Makeup Revolution Cheat Kit. This is their bronze. These are glowy ass bronzers, let me tell you. Go and swatch these. So again, it's just to see how I like the formula, if it's something I want to keep around, if it's something I feel like I may want to franken, like I frankened the Fenty bronzer with the CoverGirl Bake Bronzer, and it made a beautiful, just kind of light, shimmery bronzer. Today I have on the Park Avenue Princess palette, and I think most of those are matte. So yeah, so those Did I talk about all of them? I did. Okay. So that's my update for my Pan That Face palette. Again, I really hope to have that one blush hit pan by the next update. And then, yeah, I have 3 eyeshadow palettes and then 3 face palettes. No, 4 eyeshadow palettes and 3 face palettes that we'll work through. If you want to know what's on my eyes today, I'll give you just a little hint. Okay, that's it. There will be a video on that coming soon. So thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I really do appreciate you. Let me know if you're doing this or if this is something that you have on your brain for 2022. I've said it in every video from the last couple of weeks. I've already started planning what I want to do in 2022. So yeah, let me know what you're up to. And thank you for those of you who are new. I appreciate you subscribing. And yeah, love your faces. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.